Hello, hello, and welcome along to another episode of the Old Stream Farm. Where I got a few bits and pieces done off camera between episodes. I got some of the wool moved out. Well, one pallet of wool moved out. I've got this field being sown, but it appears that plant growth is on too fast, way too fast, and. If I quickly run up here, there's a few things I want to show you there. But if I quickly run up here, you'll notice there's a wall up the top now. I put that in. I got some animals bought. So we've got Blaze and Amber. I don't know which one they are, which one's which, but yeah, there's Blaze and Amber. That's the names they came with. They have water in their bathtub. They've got a bit of straw and they've got a bit of food. And there's a gate on this as well, so let's yeah, this one's Blaze, the other one's Amber. So if we just take a quick run through the farm into a wall. It's always good when that happens. Not very good at the whole horse riding thing. As you can see. But over here I got this put in. Nice little barn. Kinda finishes this area off a little bit. There is more that I want to put here, but that will do for now. So yeah, let's no, it doesn't just go back to the paddock. That's a shame. There we go. I do have horse helper, so obviously that will have affected the daily riding. But yeah, horse helper does come in and do that. £300 per day per horse, I believe, horse helper costs. But what I'd like to do today is I'd like to replace our mower, if possible. If I can even get to it. Don't think I can. I think I have to shuffle things around. In fact, I won't replace some more, but I do still. We have some mowing to do today. So I need some hay bales. I need them for the animals, and I also need them for the horses. That's the wrong way. That's not a good thing to do. I also came across some other barns that I didn't know were there before, across the road from the front of the farm. Just across there. I think from here you can actually see them. Yeah, the open doors just over there. We'll quickly nip over and have a look. It's on some land that I'd actually like to get. But there's this whole area here that was a mistake. So there's this barn here, and there's more barns at the back here. And some more scrap lying around as well. So that's an area that we can buy at some point. But probably not today because we can't afford it today. Which is fine. Because what we're going to do is I'm going to cut this field and I'm going to do this really quickly. And like I said, we are going to be making hay out of this grass, so there's a little bit of hay on the field already, but we're going to ted it all. I'm going to turn all of this field into hay, and I'm not too worried about getting all the way to the edges. Like I said, I want this particular job done quickly. In fact, I'll do one headland and then I'll show you what the other thing we're going to do today is. I'll get this headland out of the way first. We can get right up to the edge here. It's looking quite nice. Let me just turn that off. I'd like to actually buy more land today, and it's these two fields here I'd like to buy. That leaves us 100 and, well not, we just spent 101,000, it leaves us 25,000. Is that enough to lease this? It is. Now that might seem like a very weird thing to do, given that I currently have a mower attached to the back of this tractor. But it will make the jobs much quicker. I'll get this bit more out of the way. There it is. Very nice. I do like the Krone Big M. This isn't the particular Big M that I like. I like the one from FS17. That was I think a much better looking Krone, personally, but this one does the job. Does the same thing actually. So we now own that field right in front of us, and the one next to it, but I don't have any idea how to get into them. Well, there's one. Let's try and line ourselves up. Like before, I don't want to get too close to the corners. Is that coming out everywhere? It is. That's what I want in this field anyway. Now the speed that this is going to do the grass fields is somewhat ridiculous. But what I might also do is I might take out a loan and buy more grass fields. I don't want to take out too much of a loan though. But there is one field in particular that I would like. But I would like to make some pretty dramatic changes to the amount of land we have. I feel we're over the halfway mark in this series now, so it's about time we started having something to show for it. Other than a ridiculous amount of equipment. I love how this thing mows grass at 15 miles an hour. It's awesome. I would time lapse this, but it would be a very, very short time lapse. I'm going to be somewhat picky and get all these bits that we've missed. I say we because I'm sharing responsibility for missing grass. It's not just my fault, even though I'm the one controlling the mower. It's partially your fault as well. Congratulations. What I'd like to do is that, because I want this next field windrowed. Which I think would be a good thing if I can line myself up right to begin with. There we go, that should now be windrown. Can't tell past all the dust. It is indeed. There's another way out of the field there. Around the back of the animal dealership. Well, that's quite a awkward corner, so we're going to lose a bit of space here. Could have taken it slightly better than that, but we've got to come along here with a baler at some point, so we don't want to be turned too tight. I'll crack on with this, and I'll see you when we have all of these grass fields cut. Okay guys, well, I've just not long taken out a £750,000 loan, and I've actually bought 3 more fields. So head over to the first one that I bought, which of course is this field G3 up here. I felt like that was an appropriate one to purchase, given its vicinity to the farm. It seemed like a good idea at the time, maybe it wasn't. But I can actually show you on the map. We own field 16 as well, which has a crop in it. Of course it has potatoes in it. And it's growing as well. Okay, so we're going to have a big potato harvest at some point. Okay, let's get some of this done. I don't expect it would take particularly long to do this field. It is a long field though. But the reason I'm windrowing this grass is not actually to make grass bales, although I probably will take a couple of them as grass bales. It's to make silage bales to hopefully pay back the ridiculous amount of money that we've just spent. Like I said, £750,000 loan. That's going to be very expensive for loan interest. So we are going to have to earn as much money as humanly possible to pay as much of that off as quickly as possible. And silage bales I think is a good way of doing that. It'd be nice if I could buy one of these machines as well, but I don't see that happening. This thing's almost $500,000 itself, I think. I can't actually remember. It's expensive though, I remember that much. Just doing the last little strip in the middle here, and then we'll drive over to our new big grass field. That one I'll time lapse, but just worth noting, we're not going to use our round baler for this. Even though we have a round baler and bale wrapper, we're probably going to sell both of those and lease a square baler and a square bale wrapper for doing these silage bales. I might even use the Anderson DOC bale wrappers, because I can. Like, I'm not 100% sure of how to even get to our new field, but I'm going to go this way because why not? Let's have a look at the map. I think we are actually going the right way. We have this thing for an hour, so hopefully we can get field G11 done in that time. And then I don't know if we can go down the side of field 16. Of course we're going to have to hire a potato harvester very soon as well, because that's a really big field actually. For this map anyway, it's a very big field. I think it might even be the biggest. Now, is there a track down there? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, to see there's not, but that's our field. It's a big field, but it's not ridiculously big. I'll make for tomorrow's time lapse, I suppose. I expect that'll be grown tomorrow. I'm gonna already see an issue with part of it. I'm not gonna be able to harvest all of that field. But we're not gonna do a tractor harvester this time. We are gonna get a self-propelled potato harvester, just because of speed. I don't know where the entrance to our field is, so I'm going to probably cut across the verge unless there's an entrance to it down here. There's not, so I reverse all the way back. We'll go around the headland in real time so you can get an idea of the scale of this field. I'm not sure if we're going to keep this as a grass field, or if we're going to change it for an arable field, or if we're going to keep this as a grass field and change the rest of them to arable fields. Which might be a thing to do, because this will give us plenty of grass for whatever we want. But there's the field entrance. This has done half of the headland, I believe. This is a massive field. This is probably going to be quite a lengthy time lapse on it, but I won't know until I've actually done it. So if it is overly long, my apologies. But you can imagine how long it would take us to harvest this field with the smaller mower. This is definitely the right mower for the job though. I'm worried about harvesting that field. That's going to be a bit of a joke. There we go. I'm going to jump into a time lapse and I'll see you when I'm finished. Okay, I have just returned the Crone Big M. I'm just going to pick up the tedder. I want to get the tedding done today. It didn't take massively long to get the big field cut. That was about 10 minutes or so. Try to go into that barn again. I do that a lot there actually. I know that realistically you wouldn't ted the same day you've cut the grass because that would just be pointless, but this is Farming Simulator where logic need not apply. It will instantly create some hay. I did mention earlier that the next episode's probably going to be the potato harvest, but it's actually not. It's going to probably be working on some of the bales. Maybe we'll start the potato harvest. I expect that's going to take us quite a while to get done. And I don't know if the potatoes will be done, like, ready to harvest in the next in-game day anyway. So we'll just we'll do the potatoes when they're ready, but if they're not ready, it will be bales that we do instead. Yes, we do need hay fairly urgently. We need it for the horses. And for the cows for the TMR. Silage bales, the only reason we really need them is for money. It's the only reason we'd really need to do them at this point. Just having almost £1 million loan is worrying. Well, that's this field done. I'm just going to make my way down to the other field, near field 20, which luckily isn't far away. Nothing on this map is very far away. But the ultimate goal of this series is to have £1 million. I think it would be pretty cool if we could do that before the end of this series. Is it doable? Not 100% sure. Depends how long we really want to spend on this map. Nothing against this map, but don't really want a 100-part playlist for it. That's a nice view of a tree right there. Alright, let's crack on with this field. Okay guys, I've finished all of that, and I've actually windrowed this field to a point. Not particularly well, mind you, but I have done it to a point, and the reason I've done that is because I'm pretty sure I have half a hay bale already in here. Most of a hay bale already in here. So what I'd like to do is fill this baler completely and unload it so it's completely empty when we get rid of it. I think that would be a wise thing to do. I'm ecstatic about how quickly that happened. That was maybe not the right word to use, but I'm very happy about it. Ecstatic might be pushing it slightly. So we go back up the hill here. I'm just going to drop the bale off up here. and getting the telehandler. I actually found an interesting place to keep this bucket. It does require having the boom quite extended though. Keeps it out of the way. Can't believe we put almost an hour on the telehandler. Of all things to have an hour's working hours on. Not a fan of telehandlers. Right, let's grab a bit. There's a bag of lime there in case you're wondering what that is. There's method to this. There's fire on in there. Now, I'm not expecting one bale to keep them happy, but you never know. No, it could have been with another. But there's that done. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to purchase anything. We don't have anything leased. I'm not going to spend any money on landscaping or anything like that until, well, I don't need to do any landscaping for a while anyway. But I'm not going to spend any money is what I'm getting at until the next episode. That's when I'll lease the new baler and bale wrapper and things like that. But it'd be interesting to see what the money does. I have the income from the solar panel and the greenhouses, if the greenhouses still produce money. I don't actually know, I've not checked them in a while. And we'll just see where the money ends up at the start of the next episode. So we're finishing off with just shy of £56,000. And we'll see what we get tomorrow. But thank you all very kindly for watching. If you did enjoy this episode, you can hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, you can hit the subscribe button. There's also a bell icon down there. That way you'll be notified about any new videos that I post. And you can also leave me a comment and let me know what you think of today's episode and the series as a whole, if you wish. And if you're looking to have a chat with me outside of YouTube, then I do have a Discord, the link to which is in the description. Feel free to join my server. And I will see you all in the next episode. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.